Hello, and welcome to the Shiniest Top 5 Potential Mega Evolutions for Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. I'm Kyson, introducing this video, and the people listening to the top 5 are Bishop, Colleen, Princeton, and Karma. There are two reasons why Pokemon on this list need a Mega Evolution. 1. It really needs a boost in stats, or 2. It is a popular Pokemon. These are based either on the Pokemon stats themselves, or our opinions. Anyways, without further ado, let's begin this top 5. Number 5!
Alright, well, my number 5 is going to be Golem. Now, Golem is accessible fairly early in the game, and I just feel like it needs the power. Like, Golem has become so outshined, and I don't know, I really like Golem. I remember in Heart Gold, I had a Golem, and it's destroyed Lance, so I'm very fond of him, and I just feel like he deserves some love. Like, maybe, like, retype him to make him, like, maybe part steel.
That'd be interesting.
Or just, like, give him some bigger bulk. Make him, like, put him on par with, like, Mega Aggron or something. It's like, I want to see Golem be good in competitive play. Yeah,
No, I think Golem has a good shot, but there's a lot of others that I hope that the only issue though is that there are Pokemon that need it more, and Golem is not very popular. So it'll be a long shot, but I think that he can use one as well. So
that's why it's number 5, and it's just kind of a wistful thinking.
Coster says that his one problem with Golem is that it's not entirely necessary. And again, no, it's about the popularity thing though. So he doubts that he'll get it.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, my number 5 is a fan favorite, and I never realized how good it was until I got to use one recently, and that's Salamence.
Oh god, Salamence.
Hey, Salamence.
Dragons. It's the big, beefy fan love dragon. So, and I think a lot of Pokemon that fans love tend to get the Megas first.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. And I like Salamence. I got to use him in X and Y. I actually got to use him very early on, and I fell in love with it, and I really would like to see it be even bigger, and maybe be like a rivalry with the other ones, because I think isn't the only no, never mind. Isn't the only dragon Charizard, but I don't think that's true.
There's also it'd also be a big 5 one, which would be cool.
Yeah.
Garchomp
So,
I think it fits perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
I think he needs one.
So then the only ones that would be missing in that whole thing would be Dragonite and Hydreigon. Is that it?
And
Metagross.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Metagross isn't a dragon.
Well, Metagross is part of the big 5.
We're just going pseudos, aren't we?
Well, so the big
I think all the pseudos are going to get one. We can talk.
We'll probably cut this out, but the big 5 in Gen 4 were the 5 Pokemon that everyone used so freaking consistently that people actually made a clause saying you can't use more than one of them on a team.
That is why.
Yeah, seriously. They were called the Big 5. It was Garchomp, Dragonite, Salamence, Metagross, and who am I missing?
Hydreigon?
Gen 4.
Tyranitar?
Yeah, what's Tyranitar? You're right. Tyranitar.
Tyranitar also got a Mega.
Okay. My number 5 everyone hates and dislikes and no one ever agrees with me. I think it's Chimecho.
The little bell Pokemon getting a Mega.
Well, Chimecho isn't very popular, I'll say that just to begin with. But it's kind of not very good. Gen 3 was kind of notorious with Gen 3 and before. Gen 2 and 3, rather, gave us a lot of really bad standalone Pokemon. And Chimecho, I kind of think there's a lot of things you can do with that bell design. I think it's a great way to raise the popularity, and honestly, I'd like to see a pure support Mega Pokemon.
More bells.
More bells.
I think that the support thing is a good point though, but I don't think that Chimecho is going to get anything.
It turns into a dream catcher.
Let me dream.
Chingling is a thing because Chimecho was so unpopular at that point. But the anime was all that Chimecho really was though, because James in the anime had it.
Yeah.
So I think there's a really small cult with Chimecho, so that's why I don't think it's going to get it. But if it does, whatever. I don't think it's going to get it. It's not on my list at all. So
It's also really rare in that game too. Like I didn't know Chimecho existed until my friend caught one and showed me it when I was like.
I never caught one.
Yeah.
I tried. I just kept not getting it, and I was getting annoyed.
anyway, so my number 5 is a tie between Ludicolo and Shiftry because everybody loves Ludicolo. Well, I don't know who doesn't love Ludicolo. If you do, speak up now so I can
People
unfriend
who
you.
are not fans of that Pokemon.
I guess so, but Shiftry and Ludicolo have like a brother thing going on though, so I think that they're going to be 2 version exclusive megas.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think that they're both. I think that Ludicolo's popular enough to warrant it on its own. And Shiftry, I think Shiftry has its own little cult going, and I think that Shiftry could use it as well.
I think usually when it comes to pair Pokemon, like usually only one of them gets the Mega. Like with Bayonet and Dusclops, where they kind of were a paired thing and they kind of got separated.
Yeah, they separated back in 4th gen when Dusknoir was a thing.
Oh yeah, that's true. I feel like
And Jinx.
I feel like there's other paired Pokemon that have been separated too. I just can't think of them offhand.
Jinx.
Jinx was separated from the trio.
Oh, Mega-wise, rather.
Omega-wise,
Mawile and Sableye.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you for ruining your own.
Gardevoir and Gallade.
Eh.
Yeah, that's my problem though. Is that, like if there's like gender different evolution ones, though, that's why I don't. This is my.
Can we get a male
there,
Lopunny
though, but-
evolution?
Or a
Basic.
Mega Lopunny, and it's got boobs. It actually just gets boobs.
Oh boy.
Also,
Saying
the thing
about
with
that point.
Dusclops though.
Number 4.
My 4th isn't very interesting because it's a tie between Shiftry and Ludicolo.
A lot of ties.
God.
Hey,
Well,
hey.
it's mainly a tie, because it's the same exact reason.
Actually, it's funny. Karma was, when we were talking about this earlier, Karma was fighting so much for Shiftry and Ludicolo, and Bisharp has it ranked higher.
Well, it's because like I think that personally I think that they have a better chance though, but I wanted Breloom and Walrein. I want Breloom and Walrein more, so that's why I put them higher.
I just feel like they have potential. Like Ludicolo is actually pretty good, but Shiftry isn't. And I just feel like they both would make pretty good megas. And
Yeah, they would.
like Shiftry gets wrecked by bugs. And like he has so many weaknesses, but if you got a mega, then it's like maybe like a speed up and like a power up, which just make him so much better. And Ludicolo is just to have the version of it.
Actually,
I don't know
That's
how
what
much
chooses.
I don't know how much of a factor this is, but their designs are already pretty cool, and I cannot wait to see if they're going to make a mega. Like, what are they going to do with Ludicolo? Give him a bigger sombrero rated poncho thing?
actually,
Give
with Shiftry, you
him,
can give him wings.
give him a
Yeah, I
pina
think
colada.
Shiftry would look really nice. Like, look what they did to fucking Pinsir. Like, Pinsir looks amazing.
I know.
It's like scary.
Aerodactyl.
Shiftry could actually get wings. I mean, it is a Tengu. That's
Yeah.
I just feel like that they are pretty good candidates.
My number 4, I kind of went between 2 Pokemon for this one, but I decided on one of them because I think this Pokemon is more deserving, and Bisharp is going to hate me for saying this, but I want a Mega Raichu
Ooh.
because
You're not my friend.
Let her finish. Let her finish.
Because Pikachu is the mascot, and whenever like a thing comes in, like a gimmick, Pikachu's usually the first one to get that gimmick because it's the Pokemon everybody knows. And Raichu, and I was actually a little surprised when they were announcing Megas, and Raichu didn't get a Mega.
I was happy.
So, and I don't know, I'd like to see Raichu with a Mega form.
And not Pikachu, Raichu?
Pikachu
Yes, Raichu.
would be weird if it had a Mega.
It'd be awkward.
I agree with that completely because I think that it'd make Raichu something instead of Pikachu, which is better.
Yeah.
than
Raichu has been
Pikachu,
overshadowed
even
by...
Bishop.
Yeah, Raichu's been overshadowed by Pikachu for damn it ever.
Yeah.
Get something. Because
I
I love
agree though.
I love
I think-
Pikachu, but I like Raichu too. But I just grew up with Pikachu, which is
Well,
why.
I mean, there's another thing that people have to take into account, though, is that which ones have good potential. I think Raichu has great potential.
Because Raichu isn't the best Pokemon, but he is usable, and I think it would give him even more reason to be used.
Yeah.
And give people they see a Pikachu, they would catch it for other reasons, not just because, hey, Pikachu.
This is the exact reason why I don't want to Mega Raichu.
Hey, you.
He doesn't want to see Raichus everywhere in his dreams. It does need it. It doesn't really have any great offensive stats.
I was tossing up between two.
Well, I mean,
no.
like,
Sorry, Colin.
Raichu is not really. Raichu is still not as popular as Pikachu, though. But I think that it would, though.
If Raichu
Okay.
gets
You
a
know.
Mega, I will send out my Mega Sceptile on it and destroy it.
Lightning Rod.
What if you lose?
Then I'll go cry in the corner.
Well,
Aw, don't cry.
anyways, what was the tie with?
I was also tied with Tentacool,
Oh god.
because
I would love a Mega Tentacool. I think that's a fantastic idea.
it could be even bigger, like the one in the show, the episode that got banned.
Yeah.
Oh, the 9/11 reference.
Make it even worse. But I would much rather Raichu over Tentacool
I
for
don't.
personal reasons.
I don't want to see Tentacool ever have a Mega, but
Okay, if it's just about hentai with you, then you need to leave because that's not important right now. Though I think Tentacruel would be a great Mega because I think that you were making a point. I think you were making a point earlier about having like support ones. I think that Tentacruel would make a great support Mega. You know.
That wasn't on my
Yeah.
channel. Thanks.
Actually, I can see that. I mean, it could use a better defensive stat, which would make it very supportive, but yeah, I can see it. Okay. Actually, mine's Ludicolo, so...
Oh,
I think
jeez.
we're done then. Next.
No, wait, I actually have a... No, I want to explain why...
Let him.
I
No,
want to say
I'm
why,
just kidding. Go ahead.
I want to say why no shift tree. Because Ludicolo is actually... maybe it's just a local thing, but a lot of people around here actually like Ludicolo quite a bit. And like I said, I feel like... I don't know. Maybe it's because I don't like shift tree. But I feel like it doesn't really warrant a Mega, even though it's not the best stats in the world. Ludicolo at least has some really interesting ideas behind it. And stuff. Yeah. Okay.
Well, I again though I disagree. I am almost 100% certain that they will both get it. But if not both, Ludicolo's going to get it though. But I am having my fingers crossed for Shiftry. So
Okay.
my number 4 is another tie between Breloom and Walrein. So Breloom mostly because I fucking love Breloom. That's why it's really low though. But I think Breloom. I actually think that Breloom has a really good shot at getting a Mega. I think that because of how often it's used in competitive battle, I think that might warrant. Like I know it's already kind of like it's already really good, but I think that it'll like make its popularity like skyrocket with that too. And I really fucking love Breloom. That's my personal number 1. I want you to have a Mega, but I don't think it's very likely that it's going to get it because of how unpopular it is, apparently. 'Cause I didn't know it was that unpopular, but...
I love it.
And the reason why it's tied with Walrein is because I think that they're both kind of in the same boat. Like, I think Walrein can be really good, but it kind of, like, fell off the map for a lot of people because there's a lot of things that do it better.
I think
But
people
I
like
thi-
Steel more than Walrein, just because
Yeah,
Steel is
I know,
adorable.
that's the problem. I think that Walrein has a really good shot, though, because it's mostly because it's in the same boat as Breloom, but those are my 2 personal ones that I really want to see.
Yeah.
But I don't think that they're very likely, but fingers crossed, so come on, Nintendo, please.
That's a good point. Actually, there's something else going for Walrein. It's actually the main Pokemon of the Ice War person, so that might also give it another reason to have a Mega.
I feel like all the Elite Fours should have like a Mega item.
That'd be cool.
To
And
make
Walrein could easily... That's why Walrein can have a Mega.
Yeah, and Salaman's got a Mega for the Dragon.
Number 3.
Okay, so my number 3 is a tie between Camerupt and Sharpedo.
Oh, jeez.
So,
Oh.
so
Good thing with the same brain couch.
the reason and these guys are on the list is because of Team Aqua and Team Magma. I feel like they just deserve to have the final boss of either should have a Mega. So they should just have a Mega camera up their Sharpedo, depending on the version.
Like for Maxie and Archie, like they would have each.
Yeah.
That makes somewhat of sense.
It's like maybe like the fight for like in Alpha Sapphire, or like the fight for Kyogre, with the Aqua dude. I forget the names. Good
Maxie or Archie? I don't remember which is which.
Yeah.
Oh, Archie.
Archie's Aqua, Maxie's Magma.
Archie, it could just send out a Mega Sharpedo.
Oh, it makes sense because Archie, Aqua, Maxie, makes sense now.
Also, Lysander had a Mega, so.
Yeah. No, that's a good point. That's a good point. That we could get into the pattern of having Megas with villains.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
I feel like that'd be a thing. So.
My number 3. My number 3 is another one that I think is kind of a given that it's gonna get a Mega, is because of its popularity and how good it is anyway. Is Metagross. It's like one of the most popular Pokemon from that gen. It's amazing. So it's kind of a given that it's probably gonna get a Mega.
I agree 100%. I think that he's almost guaranteed a Mega because of how fucking popular Metagross is.
Especially because it's been nuked recently, and it could kind of use it now that's weak to Dark and Ghost.
Yeah, definitely. Like it needs.
Almost needs it. Almost.
Because it is a given with each thing. Like Charizard is the most famous Pokemon from that gen, and it got a Mega. It got 2.
Ever?
Got 2.
I guess a lot of people were angry with the first one. That's why he got 2.
Yeah.
I think, to be honest, this is a little off topic, but I think Venusaur should have another one. But that's my personal opinion.
Yeah, maybe.
Get rid of the butt flower.
Blastoise, kinda.
Not the place for this.
Butt flower.
Ah.
Anyways.
3 cannons and a butt flower.
Continue.
Yes.
Alright, so that's what I have to say.
Because my number 3 is Metagross.
I didn't know that at all.
So, yeah, I feel like that's been happening a lot. So there is actually reasoning behind this, and I have other reasoning. And that's Steven Stone has a Metagross as his main Pokemon.
I forgot about that.
But
Yeah.
Kenton, I think you're ignoring the fact that he now has a Mega Charizard, which does not fit his personality anyways.
I know. Actually, the reasoning behind actually, I think that because of the picture that goes along with it, the picture that goes along with it is Steven standing in the field. So I'm wondering if that's just like an example, like how they show you to Mega evolve in the game. Maybe.
Probably. That's like completely nerfed his
Especially because
personality.
it's
That'll be mad.
Charizard, that's popular. So that'd be a great thing to use for an example. Okay, since we've already talked about this.
My number 3 is Cacturne.
Ooh,
I think Cacturne has a fantastic chance of getting in there because, like, again though, like, Cacturne has so much potential and it looks so fucking cool. Like, I think Cacturne has a great shot. Just like, his stats are like already pretty good though, but I think that he kind of fell underneath the radar with the whole popularity thing though. But I think that he still has a big enough like cult going that he will get in.
You have a point there.
Well,
I am Cacturne's, along with Breloom and Walrein, I think Cacturne's probably like my number 2 most wanted Mega Evolution 2 alongside that, and I think that he has I think he has a really good shot at getting it because, like, I
have
think
a point
he
there.
has a really good shot.
Yeah.
See, I would put Cacturne under the needs of Mega Evolution, not people want it to have a Mega Evolution category. But I'm not going to disagree with you on this at all. Like, Cacturne,
he also kind of needs one too,
So
but only
need it.
slightly.
I mean, right now the thing it has going for it is a really strong Sucker Punch.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
My first time I played through Emerald, I caught a Cacturne, and then I didn't name it, and then when it evolved and I saw what it evolved into, I named it Scarecrow.
Beautiful.
Because it's got that face.
Scare Cactus.
Like it's.
I'd
its
love to see what they
mouth
do
is
with it
sun.
though. It looks so cool.
Yeah, like big spiky arms.
Oh god. can give it hay or something coming out of it.
Oh, that'd be so sick. Like,
It looks like the
and,
scarecrow
this,
from the Wizard
this
of
is not
Oz.
the list for that, but
Number 2.
My number 2 is Walrein.
yay!
Yay!
High five, Walrein train.
Walrein!
Walrein train.
I don't know, I just feel like Mega Walrein would work. It's like it's not that great. It's competitively like I never see it, and I don't know. I think it just needs that popularity boost. Walrein's a cool Pokemon, and I don't know.
Walrein's one of my favorites. Like
We
ever.
can make it hairier.
Yeah, and like big tusks.
You know, if it has that, I think all my favorite Pokemon will get Mega Evolutions. If it gets that. That and Breloom, then that's all my favorites.
At this rate,
Yeah.
you will.
Yeah,
I mean, Walrein's not horrible? Question mark? And I just don't see where they could go with the design, other than maybe make it more Walreinier with more hair.
Are you kidding me?
Walrein.
Do you know what they can do with his beard?
He doesn't... Well,
Turn it into like Alakazam's?
Exactly! Like, if they give, look what they did to Helicazam's beard. Like, they could do
Give
that
it
with
spoons.
Walrein. Like,
you're getting beards mixed up with mustaches.
Give it
They're two different
spoons for
creatures.
tusks.
exactly.
Scare away all the vanillites.
Oh.
We have our own jokes. My number 2 is we haven't said him at all,
Really?
and we haven't mentioned him, and I don't ever hear him mentioned because he's got a pretty bad reputation, and that is slacking.
Oh, God.
Oh.
He's a hard hitter for a Pokemon, but it's because he loafs around that nobody wants to use him and just maybe uses Vigoroth, maybe. So
That's so bad.
the only thing I could possibly see for giving him a Mega is getting rid of that ability altogether and making him more awake and angry.
Yes. I'd be happier.
I have to agree with you. Originally, it had that ability because it was really overpowered. Now, these days, it's not so much overpowered. So having it a Mega that gets truant away may not be such a bad idea.
And then we can get rid of the dumb jokes about naming it Bread.
Bread?
Loafing around.
Oh,
my god.
Oh god,
that is-
please.
I've never heard that before. Anyone else have things to say about slacking?
Maybe it could have
I
huge
think
power.
slacking kind of.
I think
I don't would say it needs it. I think it should get one, but it doesn't need it over a lot of others.
It'd be
I think
interesting.
slacking's something really well known if you've ever played this game because of the father.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
So my number 2 is a tie between either Milotic or Kingdra. And there's reasoning behind this that's actually not based on what people want. Yay! For
Yeah.
it's the 8th gym leader. Who the hell is it gonna be? I think it's likely gonna be Wallace, but in the case that it isn't, whichever who's the other one? Juan. Whichever one it isn't, I think they're gonna be a post-game thingy battle, and their main Pokemon, whether it be Milotic or Kingdra, will be a Mega.
Probably. Good,
I'd
very good
see
chance.
Milotic over Kingdra. I don't think Kingdra needs it at all. And I don't think it's popular enough to warrant it, so that's why I don't think it's gonna get it.
I can understand why you say that.
Kingdra would be one of the ones that I'd be like, I would almost like slap myself in the face just to double check and see if it actually happened, because like I don't think it needs one at all, nor does it really warrant it due to popularity either. So
Also, Sniper, Focus Energy, Wide Lens, Kingdra is broken.
Yeah, that was fun. That was good
Broken.
for me. I destroyed him with the focus energy and just critted everything.
my number 2 is Sableye. I think Sableye, again, though we were talking about this earlier about like pairings getting split up, I think Sableye like really needs a Mega Evolution. Because what happened to it was Gen 4, it was still kind of because it didn't have Prankster in Gen 4, I didn't get it in Gen 5.
Gen 5.
Yeah, like up until Gen 5, it got the good. That's when it got good. But then fairies came along and just wrecked it.
Good.
Well, because
no,
before
it
it
has a
didn't have
weakness.
any weaknesses. Exactly. So now it's like defenses are really bad too. So That's why I think it needs a mega, because it get better stats and then it could take advantage of Prankster again though. But the reason why it was so good in Gen 5 is because it didn't have any weaknesses and it took like a little bit longer to kill because it resisted a lot of stuff. But now that it doesn't resist as much so, and like it has the weakness, it's not good right now. And I think that, and it also has a good fan base going though, and I think it really needs one. So it's the same thing with Mawile. I think it needs one because, and also with the amount of like popularity and stuff. Because you're saying that like it needs to be popular and it needs to like have and it needs to have a reason to do that. I think Sableye fits that description perfectly.
Good point. And something else, someone mentioned that we already have a Prankster Ghost in Baynet.
Exactly, it did it better.
But honestly, a non-mega Sableye does it better than a mega whatever you Baynet.
I honestly feel like Sableye doesn't really need a mega. Like I feel like it would barely benefit from a mega.
It could use a mega. Agreed.
I disagree. I think Sableye is probably like out of all the Gen 3 Pokemon, I think Sableye is probably like the number one who needs it. I feel like, well, no, okay, no, that's not true. But like, I feel like he's one of the ones that really needs it.
I would agree.
At least just to get back on top, like where he was before.
Okay.
I also feel like design-wise, I really like Sableye on its own, and I feel like a mega would almost ruin in the design for me.
No, you haven't seen some of the fan-made mega Sableyes. They're amazing.
I feel like I've seen them, but I feel like they're too much. Yeah, I like Sableye's simplicity.
Again though with like the whole like supporting megas though, I think Sableye can do that well too.
Standalone Pokemon, so it probably can get one.
And now, what you've all been waiting for, number 1!
Okay, my number 1 is Salamence.
Yay!
Once again, yay!
I freaking love Salamence. He is my all-time favorite dragon type. His Moxie is perfect for sweeping. Just give him a Lumberry, a good Dragon Dance up there, and just outrage, outrage, outrage.
Well, the point of a mega is to give it a different ability all the time.
I just really like Salamence, and I feel like he is a pseudo-legendary, so he kind of... I don't know, as you guys said before, all the pseudo-legendaries are eventually going to get megas.
Probably.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Salamence, is the best contender, and as we said before, if all the Elite Fours get mega items or whatever, like Bangles or whatever they get, if they all get megas, then the 4th Elite Four could get a Mega Salamence.
Can we just get Mega Goodra and just skip to the chase?
Giant pile of goo.
Enjoy that mental image.
More goo, more love.
It just demorphs back into a giant Goomy.
I just love Salamence. He's cool.
Alright, mine is a tie between one Pokemon that has been said before and one that has not. My tie is Milotic and Jirachi.
Oh god, Mega
Jirachi.
Explain Jirachi.
Milotic, we already talked about it, but Jirachi, he's been nerfed so hard recently, and he's been probably one of now would not use as a legendary if you happen to have him.
I agree. He's actually... He's pretty popular too, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
He's adorable.
Really popular.
Make a wish. Make a wish.
Well, Jirachi is like, so you know how Celebi is in the U.S. Jirachi is like we used to get Jirachi's like Celebi in Japan. So you know like because we actually had a lot of Jirachi giveaways back in the day. And, like Japan barely had any. Japan had like all the Celebi giveaways. And so they're like the complete opposites for that though. But the fact that Jirachi's a legendary, I don't think it's going to get it unless it gets one of those like ancient de-evolution things too.
Well,
but
I've heard rumors that Latios and Latias are supposed to be getting megas.
They are.
And I've seen like pictures of them. They look stupid.
People like hacked up the megas into their games, so we know this.
Yeah, it really doesn't look good.
Because I think if if they can get megas and and you two can get 2 megas, I think Jirachi can get at least 1 mega. And at least put it back in fighting spirit. And you give people a chance to catch one who's never caught one before.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That's the problem with there is you can't actually catch a Jirachi.
No, you can't.
I mean, it might be an event still, like an event thing. I might be able to see, but
I think that's a good excuse to get it into an event, though. So I think Jirachi. I don't think Jirachi has as good a chance as a lot of them, though. But I think it's viable.
I'm just gonna say.
I really like Jirachi, and I would love for it to get Mega and make it less cute, more big and threatening.
less cute? No, never.
Why less cute?
It's less cute when the eye on its stomach opens up, and you're just like, that's an eye.
That is creepy.
And you're just like, oh, creepy.
Staring in your soul. It's camera up.
Boo! Get off stage.
Boo.
And the reason I'm saying camera up and not camera up and Sharpedo is because I'm not convinced Sharpedo is gonna have a Mega. Only because camera up is like the main big Pokemon for Team Magma. But Team Aqua has Sharpedo and Wailord. And I don't think, yeah, and I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced that it's gonna be Sharpedo and not Wailord that gets a Mega. Dear God, I hope it's not Wailord.
Sharpedo's gonna get one and camera up's not, and you're gonna like rage.
Yeah, I'm gonna just crawl in a hole somewhere if that happens. I actually like camera up to begin with.
Me too.
Well, that's because of Nuzlocke things. But anyways, I do like camera up. I think it needs the Mega as well. Because, dear God, it needs that Mega. And that's all I can say about camera up because everyone said everything. Okay.
Oh, okay. Speaking of pseudos, my number one's Metagross.
Yeah.
Good, because then we're starting us if no one had Metagross.
Alright, well, again, though, it's like, I think Metagross is almost 100, I think Metagross is like 100% sure, I'm 100% sure he's going to get a Mega, 100%, because he's so fucking popular, and just, like, again, though, with him being, like, slightly nerfed, though, and, like, he's so popular, though, I think he's probably, like, he's the most popular Pokemon in Gen 3, excluding the starters.
I
think the only one who can compare with him is Blaziken, but Blaziken already has a Mega. So.
And it's a starter, so I'm just going to exclude that. I think Metagross is the most popular Gen 3 Pokemon, excluding them. And excluding Mudkip. Mudkip doesn't count either.
No, I always thought Flygon was really popular, but maybe I'm wrong.
I don't think Flygon's definitely not as popular as Metagross. Metagross is the most popular Gen 3 Pokemon, I feel like, and that's why it's going to get it. Just because it's so damn popular, but yeah.
Okay. I guess it makes sense to give it to Metagross.
Yeah.
I've already said it, so.
I want to talk about Spinda.
Of course you have.
I want to talk about Mega Spinda. Alright, because Spinda. Alright, just hear me out. Spinda has an incredibly unique gimmick where every Spinda is different in terms of design. Oh my god, my voice. Anyway, not only that, but they did a lot of other like strategy kind of things with Spinda, where it has own tempo and thrash and contrary and superpower, but the problem is Spinda doesn't have a high enough. All of its stats are 60 or 70. I think it's 60.
I'm looking at it. It's 60.
So, and it's a shame that they filled this Pokemon with so much potential, but it lacks the power to use it. And I really think that they should make it Mega. You know, Mega Spinda could have every Mega Spinda can have different, more crazier designs.
Swirly, like
oh
a
my god.
Bear.
He's not trolling. He actually. Oh my god.
Well,
I actually like
said
that. I didn't even think about this.
From the first day Megas were announced, I've wanted Mega Spinda because Spinda is one of my favorite Pokemon, and it's just sad to see him always like pushed to the back.
Well, unfortunately, Spinda has that one curse that that several Pokemon have that it will always have, in that it's a gimmick Pokemon. Gimmick Pokemon generally can't do crap. They will never be able to do it.
It's also normal type.
I like normal type,
Right.
thank you very much.
Me too. My favorite Pokemon's a normal type.
Anyways, yeah, I just think it's a gimmick Pokemon, and that's why it's never gonna get any. That's why it's not gonna get it. It's made to be a gimmick. It's not made to be used.
It's like the silly Pokemon.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like they could.
I actually agree with Silvery on this, so I think Spindo would
That's
actually be a pretty
rare.
neat idea.
I have never once heard those words uttered by anyone.
Hashtag Team Silvery. I'm gonna steal the carpet real quick though. 'Cause why didn't we talk about Flygon like ever? We talked about him for maybe like a minute or two. I think Flygon would be I think Flygon really needs one
too.
Mega 2.
I use Flygon
I would
toys
listen
too,
to
and I like him.
Flygon doesn't need it at all.
I think he
Yes,
does.
it does.
He needs it.
If you've ever fought with a Flygon, it will.
Neither does Garchomp.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
Neither
Garchomp.
does Mewtwo.
Okay, so Garchomp has.
Outlast by every
Okay,
single
we've become
dragon
chaos. There's
You've
two
become
Cretaceous
chaos.
Mega.
Stop it.
There's two Cretaceous become a Mega. One that you have to be really liked by everyone, which Garchomp
it is.
is.
Flygon's liked by everyone.
I thought so too, but apparently that's a northeastern thing.
Buster, shut up.
Apparently nowhere else likes Flygon except us, so...
Well, I think Flygon should get one, but the reason why he wasn't on anybody's list, I'm assuming, is because of those reasons. But I think Flygon should still get one personally. On a personal list, I think Flygon needs it.
I think out of like the big five, I think he'd be just below that, like very close, but no cigar.
Yeah, like he's in that place where he kind of straddles the line between good and bad.
Yeah. I mean, out of all the dragons that they introduced in Gen 3, like, I think Flygon has a better shot than Altaria, personally.
Definitely.
Altaria's, why did they even make it a dragon? I don't even want to talk about this. I have two more honorable mentions.
Wait, calm Silver.
Grumpig.
Altaria destroyed my team in my Nuzlocke Sapphire run.
Don't talk... Yeah, gym Pokemon don't count, sorry.
Can we calm Silver?
Alright,
I still have an
Silver.
animosity towards it
Pick
now.
Silver.
also, I
Silver.
have two more, though. Armaldo and Crawdon.
Ah.
Like,
Ah, jeez. Not Armaldo.
They're not going
I
to do
think-
Armaldo without doing the other
Cradilly, yeah.
one, Cradilly.
Yeah.
They're gonna add more dicks to it.
I would love
total
to see
sausage
this.
fest.
Again, this is a personal one though. Armaldo's one of my favorite ones from Gen 3. I think I love to see a Mega Armaldo, and Crawdon. I think Crawdon would make a great Mega because like it sucks, so it really needs.
No. Gen 6 gave it a lot of good boost.
Yeah,
I don't
Garchomp
think
is one of the
Gen
strongest
6
water
gets
types
low.
this generation.
Garchomp.
Good.
Crawdon. What
Oh,
else?
Crawdon.
Garchomp.
That's why I think it should get. Its popularity got shot up. That's
No,
why
it
I think.
didn't.
That's why I think it's gonna get one.
In the competitive scene, it got shot up, but in general consumption, it's still kind of there. Just
It's got a star on its forehead. And
Exactly.
that's A-okay in my book.
Okay, well those
Anyway.
are mine.
Anyway, I have one more.
Sorry.
I have one more.
What?
Okay.
Alright, this may come as a shock to everyone, but my favorite Pokemon from 3rd Gen is Claydol. Did we talk about Claydol?
nope.
No.
No, I'm gonna bring up
Claydol.
Claydol. I had a feeling that you were going to.
Claydol could use one, I suppose.
I think Claydol should get one
You
too.
see, just Claydol itself, in my opinion, is the best rapid spinner in the game. However, I really just wanted to get a Mega just for the concept of the design.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah,
how
that'd be
they
crazy.
look more mystical, more ancient.
Yeah.
And that's what I really liked about Claydol. It's a Pokemon like shrouded in mystery.
Maybe.
Yeah. You know what though? It's like I think that so I think I forget who brought this up already, but Penton, I'm assuming, brought up the thought of like having like defensive megas, and I think that a lot of the megas are going to be all about like defensive, you know.
Oh yeah, support Megas. I want
Yeah,
that
support
so
megas.
badly.
I think that that's going to be a popular trend in this, so that's why a lot of the ones that we've been listing, though, I think they make great support megas. Like I think if they're going to go support route, I think Claydol is going to be number one then.
I still say Chimecho, but okay.
Oh, dude, I want
Not
Mega
Chimecho.
Chimecho.
Yes, Chimecho.
Anyways, is there anybody else who wants to bring up anything?
I have two
Mention-
things.
Grumpig! Grumpig!
If you have two things,
I have two
you
also.
should see a doctor about that.
Grumpig!
So the one that everyone's okay, Marianne can go first actually, because she clearly has one she wants to say.
Yeah! Grumpig needs one! Doesn't it look like it needs one?
I think it does too.
It
Nobody
actually-
likes Grumpig.
I like Grumpig.
Grumpig
Come on.
is bacon.
It's because everybody likes
so-
Blink better.
When you had said it, I got it.
You won't like Tepig's final evolution, but like, how about like more design on it?
I think that the pig Pokemon need more love, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely needs one.
They could
Alright.
use it. So my two, the first one everyone's gonna agree with, so I'm just gonna say it now, and that's Zangoose.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Zangoose is
Oh,
not
yes.
Sapphire. Zangoose is actually really popular. I don't think it needs it because it has bad stats. I think it's just gonna get it because it's extremely popular. Survivor is not popular at all.
I just said no to disagree with you. I really like.
Now,
I want a Mega Zangoose.
Like a bunch of
Badass.
red scarring type things all over its body. Oh,
Well,
Then
Zangoose.
Survivor would just be overshadowed
Orgasm like
and the whole rivalry thing.
Zangoose really, as a Pokemon, it isn't.
the only thing the rivalry thing is that you can't get Megas wild, so it really wouldn't be overshadowed in the rivalry.
no.
Right.
If they still keep the horde battle thing in the remakes, yeah.
They will.
I hope they don't. And my other one, no one's gonna agree with me at all, so it kind of bounces out. And that's Girafarig.
I
Dude,
agree.
yes.
Yeah, I could see
Shane
that
Top
actually.
overtakes it.
But it's just because I think it's gonna be like a blindsided thing. It's like, oh hey, this thing's getting a Mega. I didn't see that one coming. You know, kind of. They're just gonna like pull a Sakurai or
How about
something.
they swap faces?
It
Yeah,
needs
we-
it so
we-
badly too. Like
Overtakes his body.
it's kind of pitiful. I use mine. Mine's really cool, but overall, it's not a great Pokemon. But I like it, and I think it's really gonna get. I hope it gets one. I don't think it will, but yeah. Colleen, Bisharp, anything you two want to say?
I do. I have two. One is one we haven't talked about, and I really like this Pokemon anyway, is Crobat.
Ah,
Yep.
No.
If he had a Mega, I think it would be cool. And my other one was Rayquaza, just because the other two are getting it.
no, those aren't
Those
Megas.
are not Megas.
Oh, well, sorry.
They've been confirmed.
No,
to not be
you're right.
Megas.
it's
Screw you, Rayquaza.
Because Rayquaza's
Yeah.
supposed to be the big bad one above them all that is able to keep them calm. So if they get more powerful, it's gonna like throw Rayquaza under a bus. I don't care if it's Rayquaza. I'm calling him Rayquaza.
Wait a second, guys. We forgot two very important things:
What?
Kecleon and Tropius.
Aw.
I was gonna mention Tropius.
Dude,
I
if,
was Eggleon, but
I'll talk about Kecleon later. We can talk about
If-
Tropius first.
if Agron was here, he would go on a full-on rant and take Leon.
anyways, Bisharp, go ahead.
Tropius is so
Yes.
cool. He's like a dinosaur with fruit necklace and leaves for wings.
No, it's a banana beard.
I thought it was Pisces.
I want to use this thing. I want to just ride around on it, around Hoenn, and have adventures of magical and awesomeness. But
That's what I did.
But it's
Twice
not
like.
good.
Magical awesome.
It's not good enough. I just feel like
No.
he will be just such a cool Mega. Like he needs the love. He needs the love.
Okay.
Also,
Oh, costumes.
I know this isn't third gen, but make it Bisharp, please.
I think Costa's been bringing up Mega Wailord for like the last 10 minutes, so like, I'm gonna talk about Mega Wailord.
What did they do to it though?
Custer talk, not Custer.
He can't talk right now.
Well,
Oh, yeah, like,
hi. What about, and hear me out on this, Mega Greninja?
Matt.
not Gen 3. It's not. We're not doing
Well,
this.
No, just listen. Same case as Mega Blaziken. I mean,
Just get one
incredibly,
offered to you.
incredibly popular, and well, just yeah.
I have a rebuttal.
I think it actually might be too popular for it,
I-
actually.
It's
And
in Smash
Too
Brothers.
popular
Sorry,
for
too
this
soon.
game.
I have a rebuttal.
Oh my god. Sceptile's gonna be in Smash Bros. Because of the
Dude,
Mega Evolution.
wait, no. I have a rebuttal to that,
No.
Coster.
Just
If,
speak, he's not going to talk to you.
Oh, I'm sorry, Coster. I love you. Anyway, if Greninja gets a Mega, I mean,
Yeah,
I guess that game's coming out after Smash Bros. So, but it would be weird for Greninja to get a Mega after Smash Bros. Because in Smash Bros, his final Smash is the Night Slash.
This is a good point.
Yeah.
But then again, that's a completely different canon. So,
Yeah, I would expect to actually see the Mega in Smash Bros. Too. That's a good point as well. Because if there's gonna be a Mega Greninja, they probably already know about it in Smash Bros.
Did anyone say Mega Glalie?
No one cares
No.
about Glalie. I think we're
I
done.
care about Glalie.
We're done
No.
here.
What about Frostlass?
Wait, no, I wanna
Mega
see like.
We're done here.
Oh,
Okay,
I wanna-
everyone, bye-bye.
No, wait, no, I wanna see Glalie like with the snowman body.
Oh, that'd be
Do
great.
you want to build a Glalie?
Not even
No.
with arms, just a second Glalie underneath it.
Butt to butt.
How about it's 3 Glalies stuck
Are we just gonna
together?
go through every Gen 3 Pokemon? I think we are.
You always ruin everything.
Oh, wait.
That's your
Azumarill.
job, no.
Fuck.
No,
Azumarill.
Karma.
Oh, Azumarill
We have to
scary
draw the line
enough.
somewhere.
Azumarill does not need a Mega.
We're
We're
drawing
being
the
too
line.
silly here.
Ugh.
I think we're done here.
And that concludes our top 5 predicted Mega Evolutions. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more, click that subscribe button and check out our other awesome videos.
I'm Bitten. That's
My turn
Karma.
now?
That's Bishop. That's Colleen. Bye.